We saw the concept of event. Event is nothing but the set of outcomes satisfying the certain conditions. Or we can say that whenever we are writing any event, that set is a subset of the sample space S. Now, in the last example, we are going to see how to find out the probability. Now, while finding out the probability of any sum, students have to remember that the answer for any probability will always be between 0 and 1. Means it can never be negative or it will be never bigger than 1. Now we have to just add one step for the sums which we have seen in practice set 5.3. That is, if we have to find out the probability of event A, so P of A is equal to N of A upon N of S. Now let's see the last exercise, practice set 5.4. In first question, it is given to us, if two coins are tossed, find the probability of the following events. Number 1, getting at least one head. Number 2, getting no head. Now already we have seen what is the sample space for two coins. Two coins are tossed. Therefore we know what is S. S is equal to H T H T. Therefore N of S is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4. N of S is equal to 4. Now let's see the first event. Number 1, event A, getting at least one head. Now for event A, what is the condition of getting at least one head? At least means what? Minimum one or more than one. Therefore I can say A is equal to, first let's write for 1H. T H. At least means one or more than one. So we can also consider as both the H. Therefore N of A. 1, 2, 3. Now in this sum you have to find out the probability. So what is the formula? P of A is equal to N of A upon N of S, that is equal to 3 upon 4. Let's see event B. Event B, getting no head. Getting no head means both should be tails. So there is only one observation, T comma T. Therefore N of B is equal to 1. Again, therefore P of B, what will be the formula for P of B? N of B upon N of S, that is equal to 1 upon 4. So same as in exercise 5.3, only we are adding one more step, that is for finding out the probability. Probability of any event is equal to P of A is equal to N of A upon N of S. Similarly P of B will be N of B upon N of S. Let's see the second sum. If two dice are rolled simultaneously, find the probability of following events. Let's first write S. So what is given to us? Two dice are rolled. Already we have seen the sample space for two dice. S is equal to 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4, 1, 5, 1, 6, 2, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 2, 4, 2, 5, 2, 6, 3, 1, 3, 2, 3, 3, 3, 4, 3, 5, 3, 6, 4, 1, 4, 2, 4, 3, 4, 4, 4 5 4 6 5 1 5 2 5 3 5 4 5 5 5 6 6 1 6 2 6 3 6 4 6 5 6 6. N of S is equal to 36. Therefore N of S is equal to 36. Now let's see the first event. Event A. What is the condition? Sum of the digits on upper face is at least 10. Sum of digits on upper face is at least 10. Now we have seen that when we are calculating the sum of the digits, the minimum score is 2. 1 plus 1 2 and maximum is 6 plus 6 12. Now in this case the condition given to us that the sum of the digits should be at least 10. So we can assume 10, 11 and 12. Therefore A is equal to, now when we will get the score 10, 4 6 5 5 6 4. Now let's see for 11. 5 6 6 5 12 6 comma 6 1 2 3 4 5 6. Therefore N of A is equal to 6. Now let's find out the probability. Therefore P of A is equal to N of A upon N of S, that is equal to 6 upon 36. We can reduce it. 6 1s are 6, 6 6 are 36. Number 2. Event B. Now what's the condition for event B? Sum of the digits on upper face is 33. Sum of digits on upper face is 33. Now the maximum score we can get is 6 comma 6, that is addition will be 12. In this case the condition given to is 33. Therefore B is equal to empty set. Therefore I can say N of B is equal to 0. Therefore P of B is equal to N of B upon N of S, that is equal to 0 upon 36, that is equal to 0. Now the probability of the event is 0. That event is called as impossible event. Let's see the last event C. What is the condition? Digit on first die is greater than the digit on second die. Digit on first die is greater than digit on second die. Therefore C is equal to, now it means our first number should be bigger. 2 1 3 1 3 2 4 1 4 2 4 3 5 1 5 2 5 3 5 4 6 1 6 2 6 3 6 4 6 5 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15. Therefore N of C is equal to 15. Now let's find out P of C. What is the formula for P of C? P of C is equal to N of C upon N of S. That is equal to 15 upon 36. Let's reduce it. 3 5 are 3 12 are. So the probability is 5 upon 12. Now let's see the third sum. There are 15 tickets in a box, each bearing one of the numbers from 1 to 15. So what will be S? Therefore S is equal to 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15. Therefore N of S is equal to 15. Now find the probability of the event that the ticket drawn. Number 1, event A shows an even number. Now from 1 to 15, what are the even numbers? A is equal to, even numbers are 2 4 6 8 10 12 14. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. N of A is equal to 7. Therefore P of A, what is the formula? N of A upon N of S, that is equal to 7 upon 15. Let's see the second event. Number 2, event B shows a number which is multiple of 5. Shows a number which is multiple of 5. Multiple of 5 means the numbers which are divisible by 5. 5, 10, 15. Therefore N of B is equal to 3. Therefore P of B is equal to N of B upon N of S, that is equal to 3 upon 15 in reduced form 1 upon 5. Number 4, a card is drawn at random from a well shuffled pack of 52 playing cards. Now students bound to make a mistake in this sum, they write S is equal to 1 2 3 up to 52, which is totally wrong. In this sum we cannot write S, so directly we have to write there are 52 playing cards. Therefore directly write N of S is equal to 52. Now what is the first event? Event A, an ace card. An ace card. Now sums based on cards is little bit descriptive, as we have to describe it. Now we know there are 4 ace cards. 1 of heart plus 1 of diamond plus 1 of club plus 1 of spade. Therefore N of A is equal to 4. Therefore P of A is equal to N of A upon N of S, 4 upon 52. 4 1s are 4 13s are. The second condition is a spade card. Event B, a spade card. Now we know there are 13 spade cards. It means we are having 13 options. Therefore directly write N of B is equal to 13. So what will be P of B? P of B is equal to N of B upon N of S, 13 upon 52, that is equal to 1 upon 4. Now let's see one different type of sum. In this sum, it is given to us a box contains 5 red, 8 blue and 3 green pens. Now we are going to use the naming only when we are solving the sums based on boys, girls or men and women. Now in this case we are talking about 5 red, 8 blue and 3 green. So we'll begin the sum with number of red pens is equal to 5. Number of blue pens is equal to 8. Number of green pens is equal to 3. Therefore, total pens is equal to 8 plus 5, 13 plus 3, 16. So we are having 16 options available. Therefore, n of s is equal to 16. Again I am repeating it. We are going to use the naming only when we are solving the sums based on boys, girls, men and women. While solving the sum based on pen, chocolates, balls, there is no need to name it. Directly we are going to write number of red pens are 5, number of blue pens are 8, number of green pens are 3. So total how many pens we are having? 16. That is n of s is equal to 16. Now we have to, Rutuja wants to pick a pen at random. What is the probability that pen is blue? Event A, pen is blue. Now how many blue pens we are having? 8. There are 8 blue pens. It means we are having 8 options regarding blue pens. Therefore n of A is equal to 8. Now we have to find out P of A. Therefore P of A is equal to n of A upon n of s, that is equal to 8 upon 16, 1 upon 2. Lastly, write the final answer. Therefore, probability that pen is blue is 1 upon 2. Now we will see one sum based on balls. Again I am telling you, whenever we are solving the sum based on balls, no need to name it. Just begin the sum with number of red balls is equal to 3. Number of white balls is equal to 3. Number of green balls is equal to 3. Therefore total balls is equal to 9. So we are having 9 balls. That means we are having 9 options. Therefore n of s is equal to 9. Now what's the first event? Number 1, event A, ball drawn is red. Now how many red balls we are having? 3. There are 3 red balls. It means for choosing red ball we are having 3 options. Therefore n of A is equal to 3. Now we have to find out P of A. Therefore P of A is equal to n of A upon n of s, that is equal to 3 upon 9, that is equal to 1 upon 3. Let's see second event, event B, ball drawn is not red. Now total number of balls are 9. Out of these 9 balls, 3 are red. It means if out of 9, 3 are red, 6 are not red. There are 6 non-red balls. Therefore n of B is equal to 6. Therefore P of B is equal to n of B upon n of s, that is equal to 6 upon 9, that is equal to 2 upon 3. last event C, either red or white. Ball drawn is red or white. Now there are 3 red balls and 3 white balls, so I can say that there are 6 balls, either red or white. Therefore n of C is again equal to 6. Therefore P of C is equal to n of C upon n of S, 6 upon 9, that is equal to 2 upon